on the day they just moved and be like,
boxes.
whatever. It gives me a really interesting view on this woman. Like, I don't think I could do that. I just don't. I would feel this need to start like unpacking stuff and moving things, and she's just like, whatever, I'm going to movies. And it's interesting, and I feel a little bit like that because she says like it's time to go home. I don't know. I feel like there's something unfinished about the fact that it is the day that they moved, and what does that mean? And is there significance to that?
Good.
It's possible that might be able to tie into the end of this is our new beginning. This is, you know, we're putting aside our parasols. We're gonna get some stuff done. I don't know. I feel like there could be something in there with the move. I don't know what, but I do feel like the move could be a metaphor for her starting again and what that'll look like.
And it sounds like the move was slightly frustrating, and maybe that was connected with the high school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's so many great objects that could be used.
Yeah, that I think
The move comes
more
Oh,
incorporated.
yeah.
Like, what box did you pack the
That'd be
whatever
Yep.
you need right now thing?
Yeah.
Or even the fridge, because she mentions the fridge.
Yeah.
More like key.
I'm also wondering, how the heck did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking Robert's gotta be like built.
Yeah.
He's gotta be huge. 'Cause how in the world are you gonna get the fridge stuff? Anyway.
Push it down the stairs.
Let it fall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ephraim, you were going to say something.
Isn't it good though that like there is ambiguity, that all of you came to ending the story on your own, that you each had a different perspective of what the real meant, and it made you feel closer to the actual character than if she had, almost cliched like a poem, closed it with this ending, I'm just gonna leave dinner on the table. Like, you warned us in poetry, don't fall into the cliche. Wouldn't the cliche be to be the spiteful wife or be the dutiful wife? The fact that it isn't closed leaves it open for the interpretation.
That's a great
I
question.
think, honestly, it depends on what the author wants. If she intended it to be like that and leave it open like that, then okay. But if she sees that we all want to know, then maybe it's her decision to do what she wants with it. It's always the author's decision to do what they want.
And I think in the dinner decision, the reason I'm suggesting something like that is because in that decision, something is gained and something is lost. If she cooks the spaghetti, she has lost that pride and that self-worth that she came down the steps declaring at the beginning of this story. And that's a huge loss, and we as readers would grieve that, right? But we also know that she's gained, hopefully, her family back. Hopefully, right? That I think is an interesting decision. If she doesn't cook the spaghetti, it means that she's gained her self-worth, and we're like, yes, way to stand up for yourself. But it means that she's lost something. She's maybe lost some stability for her daughter, first of all, which is also to be grieved.
She's already alone.
And she's already
I
so
mean,
lonely.
now, like,
She's
my
put her
gosh.
distance there.
She used to have other people around, and now it's just Robert. Like,
Right.
she,
So she
can
doesn't
she
cook that
afford?
spaghetti.
Can she afford to alienate the only other person that she has?
Right. Those are interesting life questions. When it's so open-ended at the conclusion of the story, we aren't quite sure what she's gained and what she's lost. And I think that's a missed opportunity because we want to know. That's the hard decision.
We just want to know what the once is enough means. I think that's, if I knew
Yeah.
what that meant, I don't have to know, that means that Valerie went on to go to med school and has a lovely practice. And I don't need to know that. But I do need to know, in this moment, when she says once is enough, what is enough?
Yep.
What is enough? And then I feel satisfied.
What is at stake here? What is she willing to give up, and what are her limits?
Yeah.
Because she seems to have come to something there.
I think so.
Yeah, I think for me, I want the ending a little more solidified because, like, right now, like, I feel like I'm literally Valerie. Like, I'm so connected to Valerie, which I enjoy reading, but I also, like, as a reader, like, I want to know Valerie's story. Like, where does this go? Where does this move to? Where, like, what Sarah was saying, like, what is the once? I think, I think it would just give me more perspective. Because right now, I feel like I kind of have a perspective, but then somebody else will mention something and it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm such an idiot.
That happens in every single group, every time you get together, by the way. Like, someone in the group will have a moment at some point where you go, oh crap, why did I say that? Like, do not feel dumb, we all
that's the way it was intended? What if she, because there's lots of purpose behind all writing. What if her purpose behind writing this was less to entertain you with the story of these people who did this action and came to these conclusions, as it was to force you guys to ask all the questions that you're asking right now? And so she intends for you to be confused by the things. She intends for you to reach your conclusions.
I mean, there is a term for that. It's metafiction, where you're playing with the actual foundations of what a story is meant to be. Yeah. You had were you in that presentation?
No, I was in magical realism. That was
Okay.
also black.
Well, metafiction is like saying, yeah, I know what Freytag's pyramid is supposed to do, but F it, I'm not going to do it. Totally do something different just because I can, and have you think about the structure of a story, which honestly is pretty interesting and experimental and fascinating. But the reason that we follow Freytag's pyramid, and we love Freytag so much that he appears in our skits, is that this is what the walk of humanity looks like. So we don't go through life sitting in a theater having a profound moment and then walking out thinking, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. I'll let my friends figure that out. Right? I mean, we walk out of a theater in this moment thinking, something has changed deeply within me. I've got to see how my life looks different as a result of this moment of transformation. That's what being human feels like. So we want that from our stories. Because we go to stories as a mirror to what life looks like when we're walking through this world. So that would be my answer there. That, yeah, if she wanted to be a fancy, abstract metafiction writer, she could say, you figure it out. Like the way you look at one of those blob paintings in modern art and everyone brings their interpretation to it. Valid, fine, great, but not really the same as a human story.
I think it goes back to the contract you were talking about too, in terms of Jenny. If you're gonna give me a character that is got fire and she's mad and she's stomping down the stairs, I'm not gonna expect her to walk out the end and go, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
If you start out with a character who is lying in bed and it's 2 p.m. and they haven't, done anything yet, okay. I might assume that they're a whatever kind of character, but I think Jenny's she's got way too much fire and way too much happening in her mind for me to think that she's not gonna come to a decision or a conclusion.
And she's real. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
She comes off the page as a real, fleshed out person. She's not just an animated character, like in a cartoon. She feels like flesh and blood, right? So that's good writing. And because she feels so human, we want to see her act. It just occurred to me, Debra, that you did the presentation of metafiction, which is so funny. I totally laugh at this point in the video.
That's good. That's good.
My final point is at the beginning, Debra has the 2 options for a title.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I like the sound of the tapered reel, but she has no imagery whatsoever about
Oh,
the
yeah.
tapered reel.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot about like a man in it, so I feel like that's a better title.
Good argument. I like that.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I would be interested in knowing what other ideas she might have for a title. I think there's a lot happening in here. Neither one of them felt quite like it had that aha moment for me. So I would be interested in seeing what other ideas that she might play with. Maybe now that she's at a little distance from the story. Sometimes it takes the distance from the story when you're done that you're probably like, oh, now I know what it's called. So yeah, that's just my thought there.
Any suggestions from the group before we close out? Yeah.
I think there's the ambiguity of the ending and the ambiguity of Robert's character and why they're arguing go together.
Good.
What does she need if she's needing to stand up to him? Why does she need to stand up to him? Is he doing something wrong to her? Is she being mistreated? Or why are they? I think adding why, giving us more reason why they're arguing, will help with the ambiguity of the ending and vice versa.
So true. Well said. I think you're absolutely right. Anything else from the group? Thank you, Debra, for sending your